Hi everyone. So yesterday we had our the first day one for the UPSC 27 batch student. Okay. Now why I say this newspaper to prelims document weekly practice is very important because it's very different from the test series. Okay. Now this is a mistake you all people are doing, that you are not working for the prelims part from newspaper. Okay, so now only thing you have to do is come to my session, have some questions and prepare those articles. Nothing, just you don't have to find anything, you don't have to look for any questions, just solve what I am providing and what articles I am providing you from the 4 different newspaper. Okay, apart from test series. Now the very first article, it says that Education Ministry notifies NCRT as a deemed university. Now, as soon as you get this article, you have to work on this. Okay, you have to work on this and frame all probable questions for your 27 UPSC prelims examination. Okay, now what I will do is I will take the article and I will frame probable and the most important questions which I am not covered in the daily quizzes and all, that I'm going to ask you here, and I'll check your record performance and also I'll make you learn. Okay, now I gave you this article and then I asked you some questions. The very first question says, deemed university status is granted under which act? Now this is the only statement which I'm going to ask. Then you have to write in a A4 sheet UGC Act 1956. You should not wait for the time when you will remember these things and then you will attend the test. ये नहीं होगा आपसे. From the day one, try to get these tests done. Okay. अब I will give you an explanation also. Now if you see here, yes, this is correct. This granted is done under this UGC Act 1956 and section 3, which says central government will, on the advice of the UGC Commission, will declare the notification for the higher education to be deemed to be university. Central government. Okay. Now second question I asked you, a deemed university can award degrees independently. Now this was the question been asked to you people in the weekly newspaper to prelim session. Now the answer, if you see here, it's written in the section 22. It says the right to conferring the degree shall be exercised only by the university, and you can see here by the institution deemed to be university under section 3 that we have seen the earlier. So yes, this answer is correct. Third statement which I asked you, national NCRT is a statutory body or not? Then we asked about that it's mandatory to adopt NCRT textbook in all CBSE school. The answer was yes. And then again we asked about who was the president of the general body of the NCRT. And then we also mentioned that are the textbook developed by NCRT are mandatory for all state board school under the Right to Education Act. So explanation is also, you are seeing the structure. It's every question here is a prelims statement. Every question here is a prelims statement. And we are doing prelims questions from the newspaper. So till now, you have learned how to do mains from newspaper. We are learning how to read prelims from the newspaper. Second article, West Asia crisis hits the helium supplies. Now, everyone is talking about the crude oil, LNG, PNG. Now, this helium, secret, okay, hidden topic. Ab idhar se, whatever helium, about the helium, this article mentions. Okay, if you see here, it says about the application, the MRI scanners may use hota hai. Okay, then it talks about the superconductors material. So all such questions has been, what are the possible application of the helium? Second question we asked about, helium is used when extremely low temperatures are required, and helium is primarily obtained from the atmosphere. So we are covering newspaper of 1 week. In 1 week, like after 1 week we do 1 week newspaper session. And what exactly this is? This is actual current affairs. ये जो आप मैगजीन में पढ़ते हो ना, that is not the current affairs. This is what the actual current affair is. Now the third article is the tech cleared for the India's first indigenous gold gasification project. Now this topic is that important that you have to read and understand also, है ना. अब आपको देखोगे यहाँ पे, you see the questions here. India's first coal gasification project has been recently proposed in which state? It will utilize indigenous technology developed by which? Ammonium nitrate is a direct byproduct of this technology. Now, what is coal gasification? What is coal gasification mission? And why we need for the coal gasification? है ना. तो ये अगर आप see, I'm not disturbing your mains schedule. Understand this. I just want that if half an hour, if you practice prelims from day one, what is wrong with like any structure, any planning? I'm not saying to disturb your mains schedule. It is as it is at like you are doing. But agar aap, if you include just prelims half an hour, in the end you will be doing very good. Like you will be in a very good position first of all, with respect to the prelims, confident, and then you have lot of time for the revision and solving the miscellaneous questions. Now I see a lot of students in the end solving the basic question. For example, which of the following words were added by 42nd Amendment Act in the preamble? अभी आप एंड में जाके ये क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर रहे हो, तो आप कैसे एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो कि आपका प्रीलिम्स निकल जाएगा. Now if you see more articles, the UN lauds the efforts by the Indian peacekeepers. Now peacekeepers, this is very important. Peacekeepers. Why it's important? Because India has the largest contributing to this peacekeepers. You know? Now, decision to establish and the maintaining peacekeeping operation are taken by United Nations Security Council. True or false? I'm not giving you options. If you can see here, I'm not giving you these 4 options. Why? Because I want you to learn. I don't want to develop any trend, and I want you to put stress and try to recall, right? ऑप्शंस देख के तो हम करेंगे, दैट विल बिकम हाफ इजी, बट ये पोर्शन टफ है, प्रेशर क्रिएट करेगा, एंड यू विल बी डेवलप दैट अप्रोच. दिस इज वाई, दैट्स वाई द स्टूडेंट्स हु आर फेलिंग अगेन एंड अगेन, दे ज्वाइन गोल्ड टाइट फॉर द प्रीलिम्स. ओके, नाउ इफ यू सी हियर अगेन द हमने व्हाट आर द एक्टिव यूएन पीस कीपिंग मिशंस, दे वी हैव फॉर 56. दिस इज इनकरेक्ट. वी हैव ओनली 11 राइट नाउ एक्टिव. इट मे इंक्रीज 12 13, बट 56 is wrong. Like till your examination maybe it is 12 or 13 maximum, but not 56. Okay, so ये हमारे कुछ questions. Then we have the Aridman. Now INS Aridman, what exactly it is, and it belongs to which class, and it is indigenously or first indigenously, you have to answer. And then we covered some article which is called, very important, non-deliverable derivative, NDD. Why? Because RBI directive to bar NDD contracts signals crackdown on the excessive rupee speculation. So what exactly this NDD is, and then we will have, so it's a mix of polity, economic, based on the current affairs. Weekly basis पे कर रहे हो, that's a very good thing you are doing. Then again if you see here, the Senegal, right, they have increased the punishment for the same sex marriage. सो हमने सिर्फ सेनेगल नहीं देखा, हमने उसका मैप भी देखा, हमने उसके नेबरिंग कंट्रीज भी देखे, और हमने उसको ड्रॉ भी करने की कोशिश करी. ओके, वी ऑल्सो ट्राई टू ड्रॉ द मैप. सेशन इज इन इंग्लिश, सो साउथ इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज डोंट वरी. देन वी सॉ द आर्टेमिस 2 मिशन, एंड इट वॉज द फर्स्ट मिशन टू launch for the using the space launch system. And then we saw the last and the very important question is, okay, not last, F1 new rules. Okay, now F1 new rules, like you should understand why, because it talks about the sustainable fuels. These are the hidden topics. Please remember, you have to solve these questions. New F1 rules, और ये different newspapers से हैं, that's why this is very very important, right? Now if you see one more, we covered some more article. We draw the map. We have drawn the map of these countries. If you see here, हमने सारे map draw किया. स्टेट ऑफ हॉर्मुज ड्रॉ किया, ईरान को मैप किया, फिर हमने इजराइल को मैप किया, टर्की मैप किया, हमने हर कंट्रीज को मैप किया जो इस अभी न्यूज़ में है ना. सो वी ट्राई टू कवर एंड वी गिव यू मैप ऑल्सो, राइट. फिर हमने डिफरेंस देखा द कैपेसिटी जनरेशन में और इंस्टॉल कैपेसिटी में और जनरेशन में, ऑल आवर कोल फॉसिल फ्यूल्स. देन वी सॉ द दिस डिफरेंस इन द सोलर, विंड, एवरीथिंग. एंड सी इट्स डायग्रामेटिक, राइट. आपको बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग लगेगा पढ़ने में. इंस्टॉल कैपेसिटी कितना है देखो, कोल लाइक फॉसिल इज लेस देन 50% इंस्टॉल्ड, बट व्हेन वी गो फॉर द capacity generation, the coal, the fossil is greater than 50. So there's a difference between the generation and installed capacity. So we are seeing these articles, and these articles are very, very important. And see, every week we are going to have this, and there's no point of delaying if you are preparing for 27. Test series say you will never qualify this examination. I'm telling you this again and again. If you are an average student, you are not going to qualify this exam only with the test series. You have to evaluate the prelims aspect of newspaper. And the easy part is you don't have to search for any article. You don't have to look for any questions. You have just to solve what I am giving. Okay, so this is what about the very first session yesterday we conducted, and I hope if you like these things, please join. We are going to start the second session. It will not stop till your examination. So ready to like help you with the prelims 27. Thank you so much.